Hi guys, today we will have an interesting talk. The topic will be about something that has to do with the super soldier. So once you hear the word super soldier, you're probably thinking like something about that. It's not really that, but still. What we are going to talk about is vaccine. And the whole thing is about a guy that I know. That guy is actually from Ukraine, and he told me a very interesting story. So the story goes like that. He said he used to get sick with anything and everything. Whatever that could come by, he would just get sick with it. Sore throat, colds, everything. He got all that, just like everybody else. And then he said once he was in an army, a group of soldiers were vaccinated. Him and a bunch of other guys. And the doctor that was vaccinating them told him such a stuff. That doctor said that, guys, you're very, very lucky, because the vaccines that we're vaccinating you with, it's actually for the officers, and there has been some excess, like too much of that, and whatever that stuff came out to be too much, just not to waste it, we're gonna use it on you. So that was the talk. And the guy said none of us really paid big attention to that. Everybody thought like, so what, we got vaccines in school and so many times, nothing big happened. And like kind of tended to think that not who knows how big of a benefit or anything really, so still sick. So they didn't pay much of attention to that vaccination. But then strange thing happened. That guy says that he stopped being sick, basically, getting sick. No more colds, no more colds, colds and sore throat, whatever, all that stuff. And anything, that just happens around with normal people. And what's happening to him, he said all of that stopped. He said one day I just realized that I'm not getting sick anymore, and I got extremely surprised with that. So I personally don't know what to say. Placebo effect? Placebo effect is known to always been really weak. Like for example, we take two groups for study, and one of the group is given a real thing, and the other group is given just a placebo. Like a bread pill or whatever, just looking like pill. So the placebo group will have some, some effect, but it's usually extremely weak. Not much of a benefit really to call it a benefit. And the guy said that not just him, the whole group stopped being sick. All of them just forgot about disease. It just wouldn't happen to them. And I know this guy, let me see, it's already, it's 30+ years already since I know him. And this is for a fact that I've never ever seen him sick. Just never. Not a cold, not a flu, not a sore throat or anything, any kind of stuff, whatever. He just never gets sick. And it was pretty surprising, and many people were noticing that he just wouldn't get sick with anything. Until this winter of 2018, he finally confessed. And he told the story, how he used to get sick and how he just doesn't get sick anymore. And all these years I've known him, I was wondering too. I was thinking, what a wonderful immunity this guy got. And me, including a bunch of others, we all were thinking that it's inborn, you know, that he basically just, you know, got born with it. And what a lucky guy. Until he finally confessed that not a case. So it's not that I'm promoting vaccines, guys. I myself have a kid, actually 2 kids. And one of him, we were so, you know, believing in all that stuff, you know, medicine. I still believe in medicine and doctors and everything, but not the way I used to. I believe fanatically, you know. So we vaccinated the first kid. With the first bound of vaccines, he got like really sick, but he recovered. With the second bound of vaccines, he got even sicker. Recovered, it took him quite a long time. With the third round, he got so sick, he actually never recovered exactly the way he used to be. He just kept being sickish and sickish and sickish, and not the vibrant boy he used to be. So once we saw that he's not recovering, we started consulting doctors, and all of them like, oh, you know, we don't know, la la la, stuff like that. And we were talking to them, what is going on, you know, with this guy, why he's not recovering, because the vaccines are supposed to give him immunity, and he needs to recover the way he used to be and actually become even resistant. They all were just lifting their shoulders, and we stopped giving him any more vaccines because even the doctors agreed that whatever is happening, it somehow is bringing him down, and it's risky to continue for more. So it's not just us, but we probably got lucky enough to have an acknowledging doctor that we better play it safe. So we didn't give him no more vaccines, but I'll tell you that the guy is never the same the way he used to be. So with a lot of care, he is quite recovered, but it took a lot. The second kid, we never vaccinated him, and he's so much healthier. I just have no words. He rarely gets sick, and he recovers. About 2 days he recovers. But the first guy, he gets sick compared to him quite more often, and it takes him a week to recover very hard, really hard. So the difference between the kids vaccinated and unvaccinated is tremendous, really huge difference. So I don't know exactly what to say. What happened with my kids is not the way this guy who got vaccinated in an army, it's not the way it was happening with him. It's totally different. What was happening with my kids and with him, totally different. And what is quite strange, the doctor said that these vaccines, you guys are very lucky you're getting it. This is for the officers only. Just usually it comes in really accounted, but this time there is an excess, like too much, and not to waste it. It's precious stuff, we're gonna use it on you. And the guy told me the only benefit, he and a group of others that received the vaccine, the only thing they saw was benefit. That's the only thing they saw. He actually, the way he explained it, they didn't see much of any side effect or whatever. The only side effect was just pleasant stopping, getting sick. That's the thing. So that kind of vaccination is something really different. And what my kids were given sounds really different. And what I received in school and a bunch of my classmates received in school also seemed to work kind of different. So I don't know if the doctor in the army made such a, he underlined that there is a difference. He said that you guys are very lucky you're getting this. This is for officers only. See? He basically underlined that that stuff is drastically different. So I don't know what kind of vaccines are given to the officers, to the soldiers, and to the civilians. But the way that doctor underlined it, at least in Ukraine, that was way back in the Soviet Union times, it does show that there is a difference between the vaccines. So back here in the United States, I don't know, I just, of course I don't know what is going on in the military, right? Definitely. But if you look at it, if you take a good look at it, you probably will notice that people who are officers, you know, military guys who are officers, you probably will notice that they're not really getting sick. And those that are just soldiers, they're getting sick more often. Something close to normal people, or quite just like that. So I would be pretty much in a doubt to think that if the Soviet Union back in so much time back, you know, and they had stuff like that, and the United States not to have it, that's a great doubt. I don't believe the United States doesn't have a stuff like that. But what we see is looks like not all people are given that. Not even soldiers really. Doesn't look even like that practice. And as for the civilians, I don't know what kind of, you know, CRAP we're getting. I don't know. That's quite a difference. But the guy that I know, like I told you, that was vaccinated in an army, I know him 20 plus years. And he acknowledged that he used to get sick like everyone. But I've never seen him sick. Not even once. And I actually know his sisters. He's the only guy in the family. And he got a bunch of sisters. Yeah, they're getting sick, yeah. They're same family. And they don't look any deficient in anything, or, you know, well-developed people, stuff like that, but they do get sick. He's the only one that's with that incredible kind of health and that doesn't get sick. And he does acknowledge that he used to get sick, absolutely like everyone else. So it's a food for you to think what's out there, what exists, and maybe even perhaps think why we the civilians are not treated the way some people are. I don't know what to think, but it just sounds like that trucker. I heard one trucker singing his song about trucking life, and he concludes it at the end he's the milking cow. So if we're not getting that kind of vaccination, that this guy is absolutely, you know, convincing me that this is real. He's not kidding. He's really convincing me that this is what it is and it exists and this is the way it all was and works. So we're not given that kind of stuff. Looks like our song is just like that trucker. But anyways, I guess the truth sooner or later comes out in one way or another. So I share with you guys what I know. Comment below please what you know about this kind of stuff. Maybe some of you know something about the vaccines, how they're different, and how most of the population is getting singled out, given something completely different, maybe even to get us sick. Perhaps, could be even so. It does look like that by some of the stuff that you can observe. But of course, I don't know, I'm not a medical professional and I don't claim anything to be. It's just facts that you cannot deny, you know. I know this guy personally, the lucky vaccinated guy. I know him personally, and he said it happened not just to him. It happened to all the group of the guys that were vaccinated back then. And he said that they didn't take this serious, but in the end the result was just amazing stuff. And probably any of you who hears me right now probably would think, oh my gosh, if that kind of stuff exists, I really want one. Yes, guys, I want one too, but as you know. So anyways, I'd like to hear your opinions. And this is all honest. I told you the honest story. I know the guy personally. And this is not something I invented to think about. No, this is all honest and complete factual truth. So I really would like to hear what you guys think about all of that. I myself am curious, and maybe somebody can give more light on this, on a topic like that. Thank you for listening, and as always, I bless you. See you next time. Bye bye.